And we're going to kind of pick up on part of what you were talking about, and we're going to talk about transportation. Traffic congestion within the city is arguably one of the most serious problems, and funds for road building are limited right now due to the recession. So how do you propose to relieve congestion in the city and improve transportation in general? And one question, or one follow-on to that that was asked is, how will you, what solution do you propose that will not involve road widening or adding roads? And we'll start with you, Chris.
Okay, I guess transportation is always going to be an issue in a suburban area of a major metropolitan area like Atlanta. One of the things about Atlanta's growth is it was kind of exponential, and Cobb, I guess, kind of did a good job of forecasting some of that, but obviously we couldn't forecast completely well into the future. You know, it wasn't until like the 70s and 80s where Atlanta really started to explode population and suburban-wise. And so the idea is that you know, how do we take care of these problems that kind of existed because we didn't really have a way to anticipate a problem that would ultimately exist. And I don't know 100% of the answers to that, but I do know that there are some strategies that we can try to employ and work together maybe with the county in order to achieve some of them. Some of those things, I guess that I haven't seen the results of the study, but down at Perimeter Mall, they tried to institute these smart traffic lights, a smart traffic system, to actively monitor traffic with computer-based systems and try to keep traffic flow maximized. And I hear that there's actually a project considering bringing some of those with our SPLOST transportation dollars. And so I'd like to hear a little bit more about that and how that goes. Some of the other things, I guess, you know, I guess East-West Connector and Barrett Parkway were supposed to solve all of our problems, but they didn't necessarily do that. And I'm not proposing this will actually solve our problems, but I did like seeing that the county finally got approval for that whole Macklin to Windy Hill connector. And I would like to see if maybe that actually ends up alleviating some of our traffic before we actually consider doing some detrimental damage to some of our most pristine neighborhoods in this area. So,
thank you. Thunder?
Thank you. I think the main solution is money. You know, if one of the gear, I mean, one of the tools we have to use is to build more roads, whether they're right in Marietta or whether they're outside to divert traffic. And we're looking at a state budget's gone from $23 billion down to $18 billion, which will greatly impact the DOT's budget. We're basically in the last year of a T-SPLOST now, and there'll be I think what we're going to have to do is next November is re-up that SPLOST, have a T-SPLOST in November of 2010. I think another source of funding that we always have to look at is getting our fair share in this area. You know, the federal money comes in by congressional districts, and we have at least 2 congressional districts in Cobb County, and we always have to be politicking at the state level to get our fair share. And also, whatever we can, there's some money available in the stimulus. So I think, you know, we do have to address the money matters, but also I think as we live with it is encourage people to have more 4-day work weeks, that we have more staggered hours, you know, and, you know, do whatever we can, whether that's in City Hall, the Cobb County government, or, you know, just even ourselves if we budget our time. And I also concerned, you know, why we do have this problem, because, you know, I don't think, you know, personally don't want to widen Whitlock. don't want to widen Polk Street or Stewart or any of those streets in there. But I think we're going to have to look at things like more stop signs and also some speed bumps. Thank you.
Thank you. Bill Bolton.
Well, this is my favorite issue, obviously. We went to Dubuque to a wedding the other last month, and Obama wants to run a train from Chicago to Dubuque. And it's all just country, and then I hear that they want to run one from Atlanta to Chattanooga. Well, why don't we run one from Atlanta to the Big Chicken? You know, this is like, everybody's got these dreams. Why don't we just get one that goes from Atlanta to the Big Chicken? And Big Chicken is in an area that's depressed. It's an ideal area for a lot of expansion. Skyscrapers could go in there, 8 stories from a Marietta point of view, instead of down on the square. And there's just a lot of area right there to expand. It's not around a lot of residential area. It's not going to impact the people on the west side. And it also will help the Franklin Road area, where we have lots of apartments. You cross over from out of the city, which is near Windy Hill. We now have to go through Cobb County. We have to work with Cobb County on that. and then we'd go and build on to the rail on Fulton County, and we'd have our own type of cars because we have to go up and down the riverbank, which is a steep incline, and it would be designed by Cobb County and for the purpose of satisfying the people of Cobb County, especially with the first-class, second-class cars. Thank you.